Have you ever wondered what's in my supplement cabinet? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to show you. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jen, and this is A Better Life with Jen. Now, I post a lot of things related to health and fitness. You know, I like to have a lot of high protein foods. I love to work out. I'm interested in building muscle, staying healthy as I age. So a lot of people ask me, what are my supplements that I take to help support all of those goals? So I thought I would cover those for you in today's video. So I want to preface this by saying, always check with your physician before you start a bunch of supplements. I think these work for me, they may not work for you. So just always check with your physician. Okay, let's start with what I feel is the most important supplement that I take. And if I had to choose only one, it would be this, and it is creatine. So creatine monohydrate is one of the actually best studied sports supplements out there. There's tons and tons of research, tons of studies using creatine. Creatine helps with muscle building, but also there's a lot of newer research that creatine helps with neurocognitive benefits, so helps with brain health, helps with recovery. Really, really great research on creatine. So I absolutely recommend this one. Like I said, this is the one that I would choose above all else. Just creatine monohydrate. It's super cheap. I buy this at Costco. This huge tub lasts for months and months and months, and literally cost pennies per serving. And this is just an unflavored creatine. I mix that in my water in the morning when I'm working out. It doesn't matter what time of day you take it. You can take it whenever. That just works for me. The other thing that I have in my water in the morning as I'm working out are BCAAs, which stand for branched chain amino acids. Now, amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So when protein is digested, it's broken down into amino acids. There are 20 total amino acids. 9 of them are essential, meaning you cannot make them. You have to get them from foods. And 11 of them are non-essential, meaning you can make them. The branched chain, there's 3 of those. Leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And the reason they're called branched chain is because if you look at the chemical structure of them, if you go back to organic chemistry and you have all the hydrogens, the carbons, and all the bonds and all of that, they have a branch in them. Now, do I need this? Probably not. I eat lots of protein. I eat a wide variety of protein sources, so I'm getting all of the amino acids. I just think they taste really good, and I like to mix them in my water in the morning because it's better than just plain water. So I mix those. Definitely not necessary, but something that I just like the taste of. So moving on to the rest of my supplements, I do take a multivitamin. Once again, is it necessary? Probably not. I eat a lot of vegetables, some fruits, but a lot of vegetables. So I most likely get all of the micronutrients, but I feel it can't hurt just to top that off, and they're gummy, so it's kind of like eating candy. Next, I take a vitamin D supplement. Now, I have had my vitamin D level tested, and I was a little bit on the lower side. So once again, don't just take vitamin D if you don't know your levels, because you can actually get too much of this, but that's really important for me to supplement with. The next one I have is magnesium. Magnesium I take because it does help with sleep, so I take this in the evening. It also helps with muscle recovery. The next one I take is fish oil. I do not like fish. I rarely eat fish, and if I do, it's like tuna, so I don't eat any of the fatty fish with all the good, healthy omega fatty acids, so I take a fish oil supplement. The next thing I take is a calcium supplement. Now you may ask, that is Tums. Well, it's the Costco version of Tums. You're not wrong, but it is also a calcium supplement. So the only ingredient in Tums is calcium carbonate. So it's very well absorbed calcium that you can just take as a calcium supplement. I take this because A, it's cheaper than buying like Citracal. I don't want to swallow another pill, and I actually think they taste pretty good. So I just chew one of these every day. And then I do take a probiotic. I think this helps with gut health. I find that I feel like my digestion is better. Once again, probably not necessary. I do like to eat yogurt. If you eat a lot of other fermented foods, I do drink kombucha, sauerkraut, those sorts of things. They're gonna have the natural probiotics in them, but I just sort of supplement with this. So yes, it seems like a lot of pills. So I feel like one of those stereotypical older people, and I fill my pill box every week. This actually is for 2 weeks. So I fill this, and that way I don't forget any of these. So those are my supplements. Let me know in the comments if you take any of these, how you think they've helped you or made you feel, or if you're gonna, research a little bit on these, discuss with your physician, and maybe try some of these. Like I said, creatine is probably the one that if I had to recommend over any of them, that is the one that I would pick if I had to only pick one. I hope you found this video helpful, maybe a little bit informative, or at least maybe a little entertaining. If you did enjoy it, I would so appreciate it if you would drop a like, comment, subscribe, all of those things. And as always, I appreciate everyone watching, and I will see you next week with another video.